Welcome back. You are watching the press preview. Still with me, Andrew Eborn and Zoe Williams. We're going to have a look at the times in this section and this digital access to GP records. But I thought that's what the NHS app was about already, which exists now.
Part of it. It needs to be connected because information is power, and at the moment a lot of that it's very disjointed. And as a result of it, it's not just also about the personal information, but the wider implication. If you take things like the BRCA gene, for example, if you know that a family member had a problem and that's not shared, then people have lost their lives as a result of it. So information is power, so prevention is better than cure.
So would that sort of information be
all of
shared
that sort of
within
stuff
a
should be
family?
shared on that sort of basis, yes. So, but what you have to do, and it's interesting because GPs, they're saying that at the moment it's about empowering things like artificial intelligence. The more information that you have, the more that you're going to be able to tackle diseases and so on and so forth. And if you can share that on a worldwide basis, and then basically every GP could have access to it on their computer and therefore treat the person in front of them. And there's a few organisations, things like Science with Soul are looking at that. I know there's Caroline's Law where they're trying to talk about the BRCA gene and make family members aware of the risk as a result of it. Information is power and prevention is better than cure.
I think the problem is that the potential for... It's extremely serious. Any data breach is serious, right? And a huge amount of data breaches have very serious consequences for, you know, commercially since GDPR and all the rest of it. But a breach in the confidentiality of your patient records is so grave and has such potentially serious consequences that you're starting from the position that the IT has to be really hot. And I think that's probably what the NHS is dragging its feet on, because we you know, it's really difficult. If you just look at the number of things that have been hacked, from the British Library to the Guardian, the IT system, which is completely resilient to any kind of attack, it hasn't yet been shown to exist, you know, including the Pentagon. So you always have to balance this against, is there no criminal mind in the world who could get into it? And the answer is probably always no.
But does that mean that it shouldn't be pursued, though, because there might be flaws in the system when it could have really beneficial...
Yeah, I think you're right. What you need to do is make sure that security is getting tighter all the time. AI will help with that as well. They're dealing with those sort of things about cyber attacks and so on and so forth. Data is so valuable. But also this is saving lives. And I think the more that we can get this joined up, the more we can have access. As I say, prevention is better than cure, and information, data is all power of part of that.
They're talking about patient passports, aren't they? As the way
exactly,
forward.
so you can go anywhere and be connected.